Hey guys, what's going on? Kind of simple message today, but very profound. Very, it can seem like it's not a big deal, but when you embody it, at least for me, it's a it's a nice remembrance. And our phones, right? What I'm recording this on, our phones are such a gift. Technology is such a gift. Uh, Ways that we can connect with people now are such a gift. And at the same time, for many of us, have filled our lives so much where many people, including myself at times, are at the point where you can't go like an hour or 2 hours without checking your phone. I mean, try it. Many of us are very addicted to our phones, and I'm not here to say stop using your phone so much. I'm definitely not here for that. But what I am here to remind us all of is the power of what you're anchoring in every day. And for many of us growing up, if you're around my age or older, we didn't have a cell phone growing up, right? I didn't get a cell phone until high school, and even in high school, I really didn't use it much. Probably starting in college is when they really started using the smartphone aspects of the phone. And that's kind of when the addiction started. Because when you're just using it, to text one or two people or to call one or two people a day, which is, you really didn't use it that much when cell phones started coming out. But yeah, and if you want to go into like a deep dive of like cell phone addiction, I have videos. I have 3 videos in the past that you can look up that I kind of dive deeper into that. But what I want to focus on today is the power of what you're anchoring in, and the power of, when you're a kid, the power of imagination, the power of daydreaming, and how for a lot of us, when you're so addicted to checking your phone every single hour, every 20 minutes, every 5 minutes sometimes, we lose the natural, beauty of imagination and daydreaming. And what are imagination and daydreaming? It's connecting with what is not yet. It's connecting with what's not yet in physical form. And sure, people can daydream or imagine fear and, project into the future and, wallow in the past, but I'm talking about empowering, worthwhile daydreaming imagination, right? From a place of curiosity, from a place of love, from a place of, sky's the limit, from a place of anything's possible. And what the phone does, again, it's not wrong, it's not good or bad, but what the phone often does is anchor us in what already is, right? It will anchor us in the life that we already have, that's already in physicality, right? Like Facebook, it will anchor you into what's already happened, who your friends are, who your high school friends are. It may anchor you into what your current bank account is over and over again throughout the day. It may anchor you into, the current news cycles of the day. Nothing wrong with this, but again, checking your phone over and over again, which many of us do throughout the day, anchors you into what's already created, what already is, the isness of things, what's already here. And the opportunity we get to look at by having this awareness is a lot of what is, some of it's great, but a lot of it's unwanted, a lot of it we've created from an unconscious place. We've created from a manipulated place, if you will. Because what's presented in our world today, whether it's on the news or whether it's, in science and medicine communities, they aren't that information isn't the highest, doesn't produce the highest versions of ourselves because there's mind control in it. You feel me? I don't want to say mind control because it sounds really It sounds kind of intense, but that's true. It's what's been going on. But anyways, when you focus on imagination and daydreaming and just allowing yourself to your mind to kind of go off, right, and watch it and watch what you can create, that's when you start connecting with the energies of things that, again, aren't created yet, but that have the potential to be created. That's when you can start creating new things in your life, right? So many people get stuck to, again, clinging on to validating and anchoring in what is, when the goal can be to start, really start allowing yourself to anchor in what's not here yet. And again, even if it's allowing yourself to daydream and to imagine what you physically want, perhaps it's things around abundance, perhaps it's like, a car, a new SUV, a new house, a new apartment, a new streams of income, new physical desires that you want, right? New clothes, whatever it is, like allowing yourself to daydream and to imagine already having those things and imagining how you effortlessly get those things too, right? Having them appear in your reality through imagination. You can. There's a really funny Onion video of this woman who, the Onion, it's like a parody news site of this woman going on mind vacations, and it's kind of sad, but I find it really funny. But like it's kind of true in a way. Like when you start imagining and daydreaming things, you really allow yourself to be in the energy of those things. Whether it's around something you want to move through, like disusing your body, whether it's new relationships. When we start allowing ourselves to daydream and imagine and feel those energy signatures, again, that's when we can start anchoring the non-physical in the physical. Does this make sense? And this is different, I'd say, from manifesting, because when a lot of people say, I'm trying to manifest this, there's this lack attached to it. A lot of spiritual people, they have their vision, and I had vision boards for many years. I don't necessarily do it quite that way anymore, but this is not like an attachment to the future. This is allowing yourself to have those things now, in the unseen, in the physical, not in the physical, right? But because you're allowing yourself this imagination and daydreaming and this energy to build up, you're going to be able to effortlessly walk into a future now moment that in some way reflects that new energy that you've been creating within yourself. So it's not necessarily, and again, a lot of these things you'll be able to get in the future, you'll be able to manifest in the future, but it's really not about the physical things or the new situations or circumstances or whatever. It's really about understanding and allowing the energy to, again, be birthed within you first. And then as you do that, whatever future now you walk into, you may get that thing, or you may get something totally better than what you were even imagining, but the energy is going to match. That's what's important. The energy is going to match. And even if this stirs up, some uncomfortable emotions of, trauma or like lack, or I'm not good enough to receive these things, good. That's the whole point too. Because when you feel those things and go deeper and deeper with clearing those things, the imagination will have no barriers. The daydreaming, will have less and less impediments of trauma, thoughts, and beliefs and emotions, because you've been clearing them. So again, our phones are a wonderful technology, and I'm not saying to stop using them. I'm not saying to alter your phone use at all, but just this video is for the awareness of part of the mind control of the matrix, and of having us continually anchored in suffering, struggle, dis-ease, worry, loneliness, panic, lack, all these lower density emotions. we get to take responsibility for how much we're doing that to ourselves. We get to take responsibility into how much we're logging into Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, or Amazon or Etsy, or checking our bank account or whatever it is. And again, it's not, obviously, we're in this linear time-space reality, so we have to check those things, or a lot of us get to check those things throughout our day, of course. And yet, can we start anchoring in not only what is already, but what is not already? And again, we get to move towards what is not by connecting with that childhood imagination, and daydreaming are the two words that kept coming to me. Because then again, sky's the limit, and it connects you with the energy of things, of what's not here yet versus what's already anchored in here. Because a lot of you watching this are here to create new things, new systems, and what is, again, some things are great, but a lot of humans are struggling right now because a lot of us have created from an unconscious place, and a lot of us have been sucked out of our potentialities, because there's certain systems that like to harvest your attention and your focus and your energy, because it makes them richer, or it makes them more able to control you. But we're stepping into the awareness of this, and we're stepping into our power of creation and realizing that throughout the day we have choice on what we focus on and what we get to create. And why not appreciate, have gratitude for what's already created, but why not create something new that you came here to create? A lot of us forget the power in our incarnation. You came here to create very specific things, to have a very specific experiences. There's billions and billions of humans, and everyone's tapped into the Akashic records very differently. You came here in this body, living in the state and the country you're living in now, with your circumstances now, with your, everything now, for a very specific purpose, right? You set yourself up for very specific manifestations, for very specific creations. So don't underestimate that. Don't underestimate the potentialities you have to create in your own unique imagination, your own unique daydreaming, because you're not going to imagine things or daydream in the same way as anyone else. And that's really fucking cool. All right, guys, thank you very much. Give this video a like, comment if you resonate. Let me know how this resonates with you in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Donations are appreciated in the pinned comment. Check out my other offerings in the pinned comment, and I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. I think that's all for this video. Yeah, allow yourself to daydream, imagine, and that's where the magic is. That's where the gold is. All right, guys, have a lovely rest of your Thursday. Peace!